And we do have breaking news. A look at the markets just minutes after the opening bell this morning as Wall Street reacts to President Trump's new tariffs.
The longer this goes on, the harder it actually is to make a good deal.
Are we going to have a recession in the United States?
As I said on Monday in a talk that I gave at the New York Economic Club, I think we're very close, if not in a recession now.
Today we're talking about something that affects all of us: economic uncertainty and how it could impact your personal finances. With rising interest rates, persistent inflation, and now tariffs, there's a growing sense of instability in the air. These aren't just headlines, they're warning signs that could hit your wallet sooner than you think. As many of you know, the U.S. has rolled out a fresh round of tariffs, which includes a 10% blanket tariff targeting all imports. While they are currently paused, it remains to be seen how it's all going to play out. So while the goal is to strengthen domestic industries, these moves can lead to higher prices for everyday goods and increased tension in the global markets. Add in job cuts, stock market swings, and tighter lending standards, and it's clear we're entering uncertain financial territory. So in this video, we're going to break it all down and show you simple, practical steps to protect your money right now. Hi, I'm Greg Hardy, and welcome back to the channel, and I appreciate you being here. On this channel, we talk about all things personal finance, investing, and building a financially secure future. So if you're passionate about taking control of your finances and learning something new every week, subscribing is the best way to stay connected. One click really does help grow this community and brings this knowledge to others who need it. Thank you. To understand where the economy is headed, you first need to understand the key numbers behind it all. These are called economic indicators. Three of the most important ones are inflation rates, interest rates, and employment figures. Inflation tells us how quickly the prices of everyday goods and services are rising. When inflation is high, your money doesn't stretch as far, and you feel it at the grocery store, the gas pump, and even in your rent. Interest rates are set by the Federal Reserve, and they affect everything from your credit card debt to your mortgage. And employment figures show how many people have jobs and how strong the labor market is overall. When these indicators start to shift in the wrong direction, they can be early signs of economic trouble. For example, rising inflation often leads to higher interest rates, which can slow down spending and borrowing. If businesses start feeling the pressure, they may pause hiring or even lay off people. That's when unemployment rises, consumer spending drops, and the economy begins to slow, sometimes even into a full-blown recession. These changes don't happen overnight, but paying attention to the trends can help you prepare before things get worse. So when you hear about inflation spiking, the Fed raising rates, or job growth slowing down, those aren't just news stories, they're warning signs. Understanding what these indicators mean can help you make smarter decisions with your money, whether it's cutting back on spending, building up your emergency fund, or rethinking your investments. Being informed gives you a huge advantage when facing economic uncertainty. Before you can prepare for any economic uncertainty, it's important to take a good, honest look at your own financial health. Start by gathering the basics. How much income you have coming in each month, what are your regular expenses, how much debt you're carrying, and how much you have saved. It's easy to overlook small expenses or forget about subscription fees, but every dollar counts when you're trying to build a solid financial foundation. Once you have a clear picture, ask yourself a few key questions. Are you living within your means? Do you have enough savings to cover at least 3 to 6 months of expenses in case of an emergency? Are you making progress on paying off high interest debt? These answers will help you identify your strengths and where you need to make improvements. It's not about feeling guilty, it's about being prepared. Understanding your current financial standing is like knowing the condition of a car before you take a long road trip. You wouldn't start driving on bald tires or with no gas, right? In the same way, knowing where you stand financially gives you the confidence to make the right moves, whether it's cutting expenses, boosting your savings, or adjusting your investment strategy as the economy shifts. An emergency fund is one of the most important tools you can have to protect yourself during economic uncertainty. It acts like a financial cushion. If you lose your job, face a medical emergency, or deal with an unexpected expense, you won't need to rely on credit cards or loans. Ideally, this fund should cover between 3 to 6 months worth of your essential living expenses, including things like rent or mortgage, utilities, food, insurance, and transportation. If that sounds like a lot, don't worry. The key is to start small and stay consistent. Begin by setting a goal of $500 or $1,000 and then build up from there. Look for small ways to save, cut back on unnecessary spending, pause subscriptions you don't use anymore, or put any extra income like tax refunds or bonuses directly into your emergency fund. Even setting aside $10 to $20 a week adds up over time. To make saving easier, set up automatic transfers to a separate savings account just for emergencies. That way you won't be tempted to spend it. And remember, this fund is not for vacations or big purchases. It's for true emergencies. When the unexpected happens, you'll be glad you made it a priority. When the economy becomes shaky, one of the smartest moves you can do is to reduce your debt, especially high interest debt like credit cards and personal loans. These types of debts can eat away at your income quickly, leaving you with little flexibility if your financial situation changes. So by lowering or even eliminating your debt, you're freeing up cash and reducing your financial stress, which is crucial during uncertain times. A great strategy to start with is the debt snowball method. Here's how it works. List all of your debts from smallest to largest, regardless of the interest rate. Focus on paying off the smallest one first while making minimum payments on all the rest. Once that's paid off, roll that payment into the next smallest debt, and so on and so on. Each time you pay off a balance, your momentum builds. It's like a snowball rolling downhill. This method gives you quick wins that help you stay motivated. Alternatively, if you're more focused on saving money on interest, you might consider the debt avalanche method. That method targets the highest interest debt first. Whichever strategy you choose, the key is to stay consistent and avoid taking on any new debt. Every dollar you pay towards debt today helps secure your future tomorrow. When the economy feels uncertain, relying on just one income source can be pretty risky. That's why it's important to think about diversifying your income. This means finding ways to bring in money from more than just your main job. Whether that is picking up a side hustle like driving for a delivery service, doing freelance work based on your skills, or starting a small business on the side. Every extra dollar adds a layer of protection. Passive income is another great option. This could be things like investing in dividend-paying stocks, maybe renting out a room on Airbnb, or creating digital products that sell online. These kinds of income streams can continue to bring in money even when you're not actively working. They take some effort to set up though, but the long-term benefits can be powerful. Having multiple income streams gives you options. If one stream slows down or stops altogether, the others can help carry you through. It gives you breathing room and a sense of control. Two things that are priceless when everything else feels unpredictable. Investing during uncertain times can feel risky, but with the right strategy, it's still possible to grow your wealth. One of the smartest moves is to focus on diversified index funds or ETFs. These funds spread your money across a wide range of companies, reducing the risk of relying on any single stock. For example, a total market index fund like SCHB from Schwab invests in thousands of U.S. companies, giving you built-in diversification and a long-term growth profit. Another tip is to prioritize consistent investing, even when the market feels shaky. This is often called dollar cost averaging, where you invest a fixed amount regularly, like $100 a month, regardless of market conditions. This approach helps you avoid the trap of trying to time the market, which rarely works in the long run. So over time, this strategy can smooth out the highs and lows, helping you build wealth steadily. Lastly, and I can't stress this enough, avoid making emotional or impulsive investment decisions. When headlines scream about market crashes or economic downturns, it's tempting to sell your investments out of fear. But historically, the market has always recovered over time. Unless your personal goals or financial situations have changed, it's usually better to stay the course. Smart investing during uncertain times means staying calm, staying diversified, and sticking with your long-term plan. Economic uncertainty isn't just a headline, it's a reality that touches every part of your financial life. With rising interest rates, inflation, and the recent implementation of broad tariffs are all signals that we're entering into a more unpredictable environment. But the good news is this: while you can't control the economy, you can control how you respond to it. By understanding what's happening, assessing your own financial health, and making thoughtful, strategic choices, you can navigate uncertain times with confidence. The steps we covered: building an emergency fund, reducing debt, diversifying your income, and investing wisely aren't just temporary survival tactics. They're long-term habits that will strengthen your financial future no matter what the economy throws your way. Remember, it's not about making huge changes overnight. It's about steady progress, one decision at a time. So stay informed, stay proactive, and most importantly, stay consistent. Your future self will thank you. If you found this video eye-opening, don't keep it to yourself. Share it with someone who you think needs to hear it. And if you want more practical, no-nonsense advice on building wealth and securing your financial future, then check out this video here. And also, please make sure to subscribe. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one.